My name is Andy Chu.
My name is Carta.
Victoria Bernal.
Amber Adeline.
My name is Jade.
Dreaming is a night activity.
It's fears. Maybe just the thing that I'm thinking when I sleep. Yeah, that's all.
What's a dream for me? Movie?
Like the dream is created by your mind, but you actually see something that you never expect. It's like, even though it's your creation, but it's very, it's subconsciously created. So it's kind of like fascinating. You feel like you're seeing some creation created by you, but by somebody else. So I quite like the feeling.
I'd say your warped reality. Yes, yeah, that's a great answer. Warped reality. That anything can happen.
It's a place where you go, and you get away from real life for a while.
You're sleeping very deeply, and you just swapped into a different world. So that's it.
Something that comes up like an event while you sleep.
A bit of shock, maybe. It's not really like it's reality. And then when you wake up, obviously you know what's actually happening. So I couldn't say much more in dreams.
Be about things you've been thinking of a lot, anxieties and stuff, really intense stuff you're living, and you kind of keep living them when you're dreaming, when you're sleeping. Dreams project a lot about what people are going through, but it's interpreting dreams is quite interesting. It's sort of taking something from the unconscious and bringing it to the conscious.
All kinds of things that don't come out in daylight.
It's like accessing memories of night events which occurs in my head.
Subconscious desires.
I had a dream where I was in like a 1970s Chevy rickety truck.
And then somewhere in my gut feeling, there was an image of Stefan. I had my arms around him. He looked thinner.
It goes back into the past, so it's a bit of time traveling for me.
Soon, it started raining, electrically colorful colors. It started to fill up the desert basin with a thick, colorful liquid, like the swirls in a bouncy ball.
And I was going to meet someone, maybe, and I feel that it was someone important, but I didn't know who.
The rabbit gave me a spoon and tried to give Eric a pocket watch. Eric refused to take it. I was furious with his decision, knowing deep down in my guts he was making a mistake.
But at the same time, you are completely in control because...
She takes out a very big book from a small bag and tells me that we have to sit under the table. I feel weird, but I accept.
It's like we have different types of bodies.
We were in the underground. The train was approaching. My old school friend was with me. I think we were going to someone's birthday as we got a present. 2 nearly equal type beers.
And the idea that dreaming is part of a collective kind of consciousness.
My mother began smuttering something. I started pretending to vibrate to the sound of what I realized is the cast of a spell, and some people in the audience laugh, and so does my mom. Umina, she continues. She's pretending to cast a spell which I realize is supposed to be a wishing spell.
Yes.
Spiritual dream is like you're very rich, you can do anything in the dream, and then you wake up, you feel like, yeah, it's real life. Yeah. So that's sweet.
My dream is not only one story, always changing suddenly.
Early in the morning there is a phone call or something else. I woke up, I speak, and then come back, go back to bed. And sometimes I can continue watching my dream, just relax and it keeps going. That's what I like. But it's not often, I cannot control it, but it happens sometimes.
So actually good thing about the dream is when you don't like it, you can get out of it, and when you like it, you would like to stay in the dream. It's nice.
Very psychological, but I take dreams very seriously when I wake up and they remain in my memory. I kind of try to sort out what they mean for me so I can use them in a valuable way for my life.
I don't know.
You always have the one where like you walk into school and then you find out you haven't got your trousers on. There's always that.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, or like losing teeth as well. And then they always say it relates back to money.
Sometimes it feels like the dream is reality. And when it's a bad dream, so it's not so pleasant, it depends.
Yeah, I'd say dreams is warped imagination. You see someone and then they'll be in your dream the future and that night, but then with a slight disfiguration. Disfiguration, yeah. So a slight change, maybe orange hair. My mum might have orange hair instead of her usual blonde.
A bit of shock, maybe. It's not really like it's reality. And then when you wake up, obviously you know what's actually happening. So I couldn't say much more on dreams.
One of the scenario of my dreams, when in my dreams the people, it's not like unusual people, like characters, like people from my class or my relative or someone who plays different roles. For example, like Laura, like as example, Laura can be in my dream my mom, and I speak with her like my mom, not noticing even that she is actually, I see that appearance is different, but she plays different role completely. And I speak with her like, oh, why my mom so upset today? Maybe I need to do something else, something like this. And it also always happens, when it's like shifting bodies and souls and to the different roles and scenarios.
You basically run or walk in some places you can't identify. But sometimes what happened later on in life, in real life, you might have a feeling that you already had that experience. You see some place and you had a feeling, oh, hold on, I've been there. But actually it wasn't. It was probably a dream. So it's kind of a prophet thing or something like that.
Dreaming is sleeping. Dreaming is... I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
I need to touch this object, but I need to reject it at the same time. The worst thing, my back is bending. My back is bending. It's really bad. Now we got two. There are a lot, they just start going down, falling down in my back, falling down in my back. I have three now. How can I move? Can I move? I can make just one sound for the other to listen to me, and this sound will tell the other to help me up and take out these balls from my back. Just one sound. It comes from my back. The sound comes from my back. It's painful in my back. Just one sound. I need to make sure they listen to me. I can touch them. Where are them? free from my back. Now I can feel my back. I still have one in my head. Oh my God. Now she will take it one by one. And now she took it. Finally she took it from my head. Finally she took it from my head. How do I feel now? Can I move? How can I move now? I don't have any heavy stuff on me. I don't have any heavy stuff on me. Can I move? How is this character? Start walking faster. How is this character? I'm doing 90 degrees. Very effective. Like if were a door, I will cross through that door in the middle of two people. All the time in the middle of two people. When there is two people, I can cross. I can cross. I can cross. How can I make myself look like this? Animal. What do I need to do? They cannot talk. How is the voice of this animal? How is this animal bag? Does it have a tail? Is it anxious? What does this animal do? Now we can see, I just keep my eyes in the other. In the others. In the other one fighting or trying to be friends. The other one. Why am I alone? I have voice. The whole. It comes from this part of the animal. It comes from the fear. If I feel it. Ready? But I'm still with the sensation that I got from this animal. Slow, very slow. I don't need to get humanized very fast. I can take my time. I start recognizing how's my body now. Am I gonna attack the other one? Now I need to attack the other one. I make eye contact. I need to know what's going on. what is going on with the other. I need to keep my territory and I need to get more territory now. What am I gonna do? And I'm a human also. And I also need to keep my territory. He cannot pass. And I need his or her territory now.
Here. Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Don't
Here.
touch it.
Okay.
Here.
Move. Here. Okay.
Here.
Okay.
I cannot touch here.
Okay.
But I can scare her.
Here.
Or him.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Here.
Move. Okay.
Move.
Here. Move.
Here.
Move.
Here.
Move.
Here.
Okay.
Here. Here.
Move.
Here.
Move.
I can scare her.
When, for example, you're falling in the stairs, then your body moves in the same time and you woke up in your bed.
You know when when you wake up sometimes, or you have a dream and you feel like you've fallen back into your body. It's like a jerk of the body. That's quite strange. Yeah, so it's kind of like you don't know what is reality and what is. Well, yeah, you just don't know whether that's the same reality or anything like that. It's cool. I like it.
A dream is like made out of your memory, so it all based on your experience, like previous experience. So you actually been there, or so everything seems quite familiar, and that's why it feels so real.
Because the feelings it gets you, doesn't it? It's as good as real life. Any dream is, really, because you wake up in the morning, you think that thing's happened. So you can feel things, touch things, hear things in a dream, even though you're in sleep. So it's a bit of a bizarre thing to explain, really.
It can be very physical, you know. You can really, you wake up with some kind of physical feeling, you know. It's not something. It's not in your head. It's in your body.
I don't know. I think it depends what happens in my dream. Sometimes it's really scary. I still remember one dream that I just in the bathroom, and I just watched the washing table, and I don't know, suddenly feels like my mother was there and she's dead. But it's weird because it's just a very small space, but I just feel that my mother was there and she's dead. So I just wake up and so shocked.
I'm waking up at the moment. I keep having like heart palpitations, and I keep waking up with the heart palpitation. So it's like my heart would increase tempo, which would then affect my dream or nightmare or whatever it is, to then wake me up. So suddenly with that heart palpitation, I'm now falling, and then I wake up from it.
My muscle, the whole body, my bone is so straightforward, and when I wake up, it's just.
I really hated myself that I have to embody this, like, scared little shit. And yeah, it's like, I really want to attack them, but I can't because I'm a fucking squirrel. So I'm like.
I remember that the last dream I wrote you was about some teddy bears, so I decided I should be a bear. But then I really couldn't. My body made a block for that. I couldn't really act like a bear, so I thought I should stop
being this bat cat. And then towards the end, I got a bit tired of being the bat cat. And I was kind of relieved when you said, now you can be human again. I was like, yes. But then you're like, oh no, but you're still embodying the animals. I was like, oh. Right? So it was like, you know, pulling this badass cat out of me and trying to live up to the bad cat. And I'm actually going, okay, what does this animal look like now? What does it do? How does it sound? Do you know what I mean? And I just kind of go. I think that's what got me really tired, is that I wasn't just being, you know, I was recreating it as I was being it.
I just felt like I needed to get a little more gusto in me, I guess, to be. So I started to feel the zebra in my arms, but then I started to feel a little gorilla-like, just a little bit. Yeah. Which I stayed a zebra, but I had like the heart of a gorilla, so I could then man my, you know,
Zebra-gorilla.
Yeah, so that I could, you know, get a little
Zebrilla.
I was a snake, very dangerous one.
Definitely.
Sometimes I went to the thing smooth. I believed the thing. Sometimes I wanted to take her of, which was like breaking the illusion, and I wanted to take her, but she was beating my ass. So I stopped being worried and played with her, and she was.
There and was watching afterwards. It was really scary. Really scary. I was really worried about Andy. It was so aggressive, and you were also so serious that I was like, oh my god, it's really serious and scary, insane.
Like invited to, but in one moment you start to feel like, okay, we have to go with this. I mean, with everything, I have to play the game. I cannot just pretend that that's what I felt, because the thing was like a real threat, yeah. So
I kept feeling like, especially making eye contact, this feeling of wanting to stand with the other in the same space. I kept feeling like I was wanting that, and at times we would totally achieve it. And but then sometimes, it was like we were kind of on kind of a different, and then we would, and it was like this welcoming of the same, like, it's hard to explain.
For me, it's actually quite difficult as well, especially when I'm not used to, like, this is a new group. Of course I know you guys, but this is like a new group of performers for me to collaborate with. So it always takes me a while to, when I'm performing or moving with someone, to really go, now I look at you, I look at you, I look at you. It always takes me a while to, because it's quite invasive, this, when you stare straight. So
I'm not in the pair with you, because I would feel it's a challenge for me, because I felt that you were really confident and really, like, you know, with your eye contact. And
I thought you were a bird, and I thought like I was in the tree, so I'm like the closest to you, so I was trying to interact with you. So were you a bird or a bear?
I was a bear, but I realized that I cannot make it with my body, so then I decided to be a peacock.
I am with a friend. We are riding on a horse, a really really big horse, and we are like riding in an old city, which reminds me Rome. But I've never been to Rome, so it's just images that I have in my head. And we are riding in a like antique city, and at one moment I realized that we are like riding, the floor is made of corpses, and there are like a lot of strikes around us, so a lot of people in the street like demonstrating, and we are like riding on all those corpses. Yeah, it's a bit morbid, but
it's like a battlefield, some kind of a battlefield, but it's a city. I mean, it's really like already something happened to this city, and need to have some more people that I know that are with me, and we are like going from one place to another, whether if it's because there is some kind of threatened, some kind of thing that whether if we are being chased or there is a threat, a big threat on us.
I have dream note actually. It's in the morning I always write down if I can remember.
It was I was in this like giant valley full of hills, and it was just this one pathway leading down, and at the end of this, so it was like a hill that came down like that, and then at the end of another hill was a giant castle. And then instead of walking or running, I decided to jump on a missile, and then and there was like a little thing that came out the back of it, and I set the missile, like the spark down, and this missile just goes, and I'm like riding like along on this missile, I just go wow, to get to this castle. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll get there quicker, but the castle blows up when I hit it, and then I woke up.
There was someone who was walking down a dog, and before I knew it, the dog attacked me, and I woke up.
I was in a house that was flooding, like it had lots of water, and I couldn't take the water out of the house, and that made me very anxious and nervous about it, about being wet, with my feet wet all the time. And I woke up and I could still feel that sensation like in my chest or something.
Well, the last dream I had was my son was actually in a band, and he was singing with Madonna. He was playing the guitar. He can't play the guitar, he can't sing, and that was a really bit of a weird dream, because I woke up thinking that he could do all of that. And I said to my wife, did you know that he was playing with Madonna last night? And I spoke to her about it in the morning because I was still in that mode. So that was the last dream I had. That was about 3 days ago.
Just lots of colored balls with angry faces flowing around in the air. That's it. It was super scary.
There's some building like a school, and I saw some famous musicians there making a music clip in there, but I was kind of the film section. I'm taking photo of them, and this situation is I never seen this building, but white building, and then behind the building I saw some grave and also the ocean.
After I saw a movie, the Planet of Apes, there was a man, like the ape, huge ape, standing on feet with the guns and like rifles, and then like the ape army just chased me to death. It was really scary. Yeah. At the same time, it was quite funny. Yeah.
The last dream I can remember is when I was like in a library, and then I was asking the librarian something, and then I had like chocolate, or I had chocolate before, so then I somehow like dropped the wrapping papers onto the desk, and the librarian was on the other side of the desk, so she got really angry at me because I had like spoiled or I had I don't know, what do you say?
Made the desk dirty.
Yeah, something like that. And then like we had talked before about me like describing what's happening in my dream. So then in the dream I sent him a message about what just happened just before I woke up.
Be in a room and the window would open and it would fly what we call crane flies, which are daddy long legs, and on the back of the daddy long legs would be little people like gnomes or something like that, and they'd come down and they'd be all around me and trying to entice me to go out through that window. And then if I did actually climb onto the back, I'd go towards the window. I could never actually get out of the window, so it was quite distressing at the time and quite frightening, but very, very vivid.
I had a dream that I was in a relationship with David Bowie, and we were just like, nothing dramatic happened except for he was sort of changing from being old to being younger and more handsome all the time, and we were living in this really happy house, and we were just going boating together, hanging out with drag queens at this bar full of palm trees. That's basically all I can remember, this scene, and then just hanging out on the living room sofa with David Bowie.
When I was about 19, and I felt in my dream I was pregnant, and I was really scared, but because I was thinking, oh, I will have a child birth just now, right now, and I was walking home, and I couldn't walk fast because I was deeply pregnant in this dream. And when I woke up, I still feel this feeling in my belly that like there is a baby just gonna appear. That's why I was like, even when I woke up, I was like, okay, I need to go to hospital. Oh no, I shouldn't. You know, I wake up, I'm okay, I'm not pregnant.